It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Vikings and the Packers, just ahead on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Herbert. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. Walker now at 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kenneth Walker. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What did they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And get this one across the 35. They were 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 11 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Herbert. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there for Minnesota. 49 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the result, a Green Bay score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's coming off his second interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well, so things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
They're going to try and throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now back to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So a touchdown apiece.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, it's Walker.
And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ken Walker.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They run again with Walker. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Looking to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle, Jones. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Okay, here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give them the credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Running left is Walker. Uses the stiff arm. 143 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. To the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On the give, it's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, Thornton. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Check right. Ready?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenneth Walker with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Vikings to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting, as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And going right back to Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So the Packers down on the scoreboard. 1:53 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Herbert going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Herbert. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing, Herbert. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Herbert. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. They said their goal was to win 7.